Good morning, this is Givo, and this is a BMW R65 model year 1980. Today we have to replace the pistons and the cylinder heads and barrel after a crash of the connecting rod. Here we have gathered all the parts. In the central part there are the new parts, and in the external part the replaced ones. So we have here the head cylinders, carburetors, and the barrels with the pistons, which have a different bore. Original piston bore is 81. The replaced piston has a bore of 69.5. Cylinder bore is 81.6, and the piston one is 81.3 at the top of the piston, 81.8 at the bottom of the cylinder, and the last test is okay. So other parts we need are the rings, which are 3 because it is a 4-stroke engine. Then there are the circular clips, these ones, the catching pin for the eye of the connecting rod, rocker arm, push rod connecting the camshaft in the basement with the head, and pushing the rocker arm like this. And then rocker arm opens the valves here. What we didn't find mounting the elements are the gaskets, neither in the basement nor in the coupling of the head cylinder with the barrel, and not in the rocker cover, so here. So we went to the BMW shop and we ordered all the missing parts, bringing the serial number of the motorbike. So we got this envelope and now we open it. And this is our unboxing. So here are a lot of things. Okay. So here we have the cylinder O-ring, which goes here. So there is no gasket between the basement and the cylinder. Then we have the O-rings for the pushing rods, which goes here. Then here we have the gaskets for the cylinder head. And then about the head cylinder, and this is the gasket for the rocker cover. Okay, so now we can start. First thing is to bring the engine at the TDC, which is not right now. The TDC is the upper part of the stroke of the piston. Few degrees are missing. So we have to move it from the rear wheel. So we lift the rear wheel, first gear, and then here we are now. So we are at the TDC now. We have to make sure this is the correct size. So this is the way the head cylinder will be mounted on the motorbike. This is the intake side, this is the exhaust side. So which is the biggest between the two valves? It's the intake one, which is on the forward part, so the mounting is correct now. How to understand this is the right piston for the right side, so we are going to match the two traces of the valves to avoid the interference between the piston and the valves. We have to measure the traces, and the biggest one is the intake side. Of course, the pistons are the same for economical reasons, so what we have to make the choice of is the side, so this way or this way. So this side seems to be the smallest one between the two, so we mark it with the sign, which we should find if we clean the head of the piston. So cleaning the head, helping to find out if there is a mark for the exhaust side, which is usually the way to distinguish the side of the piston. So we cleaned the head of the piston, but we are not able to find out any mark, but at least we got the head cleared. As well, some adjustments are possible with this knife on the edges of the piston in order to avoid problems of matching. Here is a part which is a little bit non-regular, so we clean it in order to get smooth edges. Pistons now are cleaned and marked with one mark for the intake and 2 marks for the exhaust side. Moving now the axle, the spindle of the piston, which is called the gudgeon pin. Always use a wooden plate to avoid hard the piston edges. And finally positioning the piston for the connecting bolt. And now going on. So now gauging the gudgeon pin into the eye of the connecting rod. Okay, now it's aligned, and we use this tool to keep it aligned. As well, measuring the dimension of the eye and the connecting rod, and matching with the piston one. Now we are in position, the pin is in the eye, and we can align. The matching between the gudgeon pin and the eye of the connecting rod seems to be hard, so what we can do is to try on the other side if the pin is okay. So here is the pin, and we try to match it with the eye of the connecting rod. And it seems to be okay in the center, while some friction is on the edges when you are not in the center. And going on with the left side, it seems to be a little more loosened, so we mount the right side. So we try to mount the piston, but always sustaining the piston from the opposite side of the heat in order not to damage the connecting rod while hitting on the gudgeon pin. So now we have connected the pin, and we have to check if the connection is okay, and then try it on the naked eye of the connecting rod. Some grease, and then checking very smoothly if there are problems on the matching. It seems they are not. So now we unconnected the gudgeon pin and tried on the eye of the connecting rod. It seems not to match very well. So we firstly will try to clean a bit the pin. So let's clean it a bit. Now it seems to be better. And since the bearing material is the flown one in the matching with the gudgeon pin, we can clean also the bearing. And we could do that in a not very gentle way, because this is the flow material of the coupling. And it is very important to insist until you get a play between the gudgeon pin and the eye, because this is a part where lubrication is very important. So now it's okay. Now the matching can be done using fingers only. The piston now is free on the axle. Go on with the circular clips. Here are the circular clips we have to fit into the groove in order to lock the gudgeon pin. Not exactly an easy job. Tool changing. I1 inside. This is Givo, and we have to put this one here. Old O-rings out. Checking the surface. New O-rings in. The big one and the too small for the push rods. Pulling out the old O-rings from the pins. Remove the nuts. Lubricate a bit the head. Start positioning the two O-rings, and then cylinder, and then removing the protection. And now we are aligned. Now move gently the barrel using the studs as guide, and getting the rings one by one inside the barrel. We can't use gravity, so we have to push gently the barrel, and using two screwdrivers we close the rings. If no one is helping us, we can use protection for the knee for pushing, while we hang the two screwdrivers with the hands. And first ring inside. second ring inside. Almost. Well, this is the final result for not using the right tool and using instead an unorthodox one. So we had to buy a new ring and as well a specific tool, which is a kind of clamp closing the rings on the piston while you push the barrel. Waiting for the tool.